Have you had a problem with the color matchings, which is single anteriors, single lateral, single canine? Today's video trying to give you the information as much as possible, regardless the case, with dark color, dark stump, and high opacity, low translucency, as well as the high translucency too. I'm trying to illustrate it from the lithium disilicate, from RISI press, from ingot selection, material selection, from light translucency and medium translucency and high translucency, as well as the zirconia too. 1200 megapascal, which is high opacity, high value, and mediums 900 Zen, and as well as 700, which is low value with high translucency. So trying to explain you about the detailed indication. So you are the technician, I'm a dental lab technician, so how can I approach it to match the color, and then how can I take the colors properly done, and then I can document properly along with photo. And lately technology is really good, so you can easily take the photo with probably iPhone 7. It's not that great, but it's better than nothing. But I took the 35mm with a double light. So anyway, this videos you will get a lot of information. Probably is really too much, but anyway, I do. And then fortunately, we got the patient from all of the places, so we can take the color, and I can get the video for you. Thank you. Hi, my name is Luke Kang. I would like to share with my custom shade taking experience with knowledge. So today we do have a live patient, and then I want to share with you regarding shade tabs, and also step by step. How can you have to approach it? So this is a good guide for you. So we're going to do right now about the color selection, which is you are very familiar with the Vira. It's regular classic Vira shade tab. And there's more shade tab. Two different things. It has a more high value compared to the this, and the more darker than this. And then as well as the which is I invented, my shade guide. So I'm going to show them this one later, which is one part and two parts. Now, go to Kelly. Kelly, can you explain to me what happened in number 8?
I was on the ice. I was pulling a sled of my friends. I was in 6th grade, so
you're
I
fighting?
slipped and fell on my face.
I
so
see.
My tooth broke right away.
Bad for her, good for me. So
Yes.
what I'm going to do, I gotta be right? Keep doing that. 6th grade, they break it. Okay, broke it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then put some composite.
Well, I really don't know the procedure
Right.
because I was a kid and the dentist really didn't tell me what.
So
what
key
was
is here. So whoever you guys broke the teeth, save it, put it in the water, go to dentist, and they can cement it or bond it. That's the best way. So do not lose it, just like diamond. All right, just keep it, put it in the water, and then go to dentist immediately, emergency.
Okay,
All right.
Yeah, I was told
Now you
that
learn, right?
after-
Too late, right?
Yeah, too late.
That's okay. Who knows? You fell down again. All right. So you do keep doing that. Keep explaining to me.
Well, yeah. It took a while for everything to get done, and I really didn't. I thought as soon as I'd go to the dentist, I thought it would get fixed right away, but that wasn't the case. It took quite a long time. It seemed for me.
Right.
But yeah, and then I had a root canal. I remember that. And then the tooth ended up being pretty dark. I could see the darkness through the tooth. So eventually, maybe about 10 years later, I got it fixed again. And then ended up being about 10 years to now where I want it redone. It was too white. It ended up being too white in all my other teeth. So it really showed really well. And so now I want all my teeth the same color. And
Right.
having it fixed once again.
Right. The most problem is number 8 and 9. It's really tough to matching um, the adjacent teeth because the in front of teeth and hard to mimic with the dentine and enamel. Well, it depends on the age. If I see the elderly people, I see the more deep translucency or has a lot of stain, either one. So whoever drinks a lot of wine, they did not brush teeth, bingo, they see a lot of reddish brown color, right? Then we can match it. That was much easier. The most difficult part is patient bleaching, 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 and bleaching. That one is tough to make it because bright but pinkish white translucency. That's almost hard to mimic those kind of things. But today I want to go over to the number 8. So how can I approach the color? The first of all, if you're the dentist, let's treat it, close it. I'm worried about hydration or dehydration. It's very worried about it. So if I'm a Dr. Luke. Okay, I saw the patients. I talked to my staff, and hey, staff, take the color first before I grind the teeth because I don't want to get the dehydration after they prep it, and adjacent teeth has more whitish color. So after they prep it, and then they check the color, they say BO, B1. But after 24 hours later, you will see 83.5. You can get a lot of problem. The number one key, do not prep first. Just say hello, and then open it, and then just check the color, which is we have to discuss with which tooth is matching it. Make sense? So sometimes patient has a diversity. Let's say Kelly has a natural teeth. But if Kelly has a fake veneer, natural teeth, fake veneers, I have to ask them, what is your plan? Plan meaning, who knows, she will going to do later about the other veneers, or he will going to do the later crown when you get the insurance. Does it make sense? But you have to ask them, what is your plan? Then write it down, the plan for your lab tech. Your lab tech can follow you. If not, you fire them. Okay? So first, like I said, do not prep it. Take the color. So whenever I look into glassly, and of course close, and then patient have to brush their teeth, right? Do not drink Starbucks coffee, 2 shot, and don't open to me. This is a problem, right? Just make sure they're all clean with the brush. That's great. So whenever I look at it, open it. This is Dr. Arwan did a great job with the temporization. I mean, when did he made it? 3 weeks or months ago?
3 weeks.
So I don't get any dehydration. So whenever I look at it, so I think the 3 divided. Natural teeth, natural teeth, natural teeth. That's good. Canine usually darker, so I don't have to go by canine. But my focus is number this. And her teeth is more sticking out this compared to them. So I have to follow exact shape the distal is out. Just eventually have to make distal out. Right? And then three types. First things, if you have this, you can go by dentine first. Right? Dentine, meaning check this. Looks pretty close to me, but it is not. Why? When I see the horizontal line, can you videotape with the horizontal line, chin down a little bit, horizontal line with the gray line, fuzzy, but it's there. There's really vivid here, really vivid there, a little subtle here. And then it has a more translucency. You can chin down more a little bit. Chin down. No, I mean chin down. Thank you. You see the more deep. Well, here's a mammalian too. So, whenever you say this, kind of matching it, looks like in between B1 and BO to me. So you can write it down about dentine, about here, BO or B1, or take a shot. Okay, 1 shot. And 2 shot, you can do incisor, 90-degree perpendicular, you can match it, take a shot. Then your technician have to figure it out. What I'm going to do today, I want to go more detail about the custom shade color. This is the basic. You got it? You can do B1, you think's right. You can show it to the patient. A1 too dark to me. B1 is better, but it's not exactly B1. This is the 4mm composite made it. Our material restoration is not going to mimic with those things. That's a huge difference. So let's say this, and same as this one too. Unfortunately, there's a gray system, but only you can see the two. I don't need the 3-4 diversity. Sometimes, for example, doctors put down the 1M1 and A1 and D2. Nice try. I don't need it. I don't need it. Why? It's more complicated, more complex. You see? Nice try. Nice try, right? But I only need one, please. I don't want to have to go to D2. I don't want to go to 1M1. I only go to B1. And then after B1 check, I segment color with my porcelain layer. If I go to my master, which is we sold quite a bit nationwide, we put down the master shade, which is we got the same color, whoever bought it, same information. Okay? So whenever I check this one, go by 1M1, I'm sorry, Y1. Okay, I'm sorry, this is dentin first. Choose Y1. Or I can go to, this is better, getting better. This is lighter and darker. And then I go to lighter, getting better. You see her teeth is fast dehydrated. So can you put the Kelly saliva? So a lot of the viper is irritating facial color. So whenever she open it more than 10-15 seconds, you lose your color. So without this video, I just open it, look at it, close it, and then write it. Open it, couple of minutes, close it, write it. That's the best. Okay? So this one, yeah, go ahead.
These are all handmade porcelain shade tabs, correct?
Yes, yes. So number one I did, which is dentin. CS3 is perfect with the dentin. Now I notice her incisor is a lot of characteristics, so I have to follow my characteristics. If I don't have any 3.0, then I go down to this. This is a little bit dark. Let me see the 4.0. The 3.0 is better. You can see the translucency, right? Then I can add it between the color and then finish them up. So you can write it down, Y3 incisor 1/3. And then we can put the yellow things. Then we can match it better. The differences between ceramic shade tab, denture shade tab. This is low value. This is high value. So it depends on the patient. She's young, so she's more high value. All right, so it's matched a little bit better, Vita and my shade too. So I segment too. Now, this is for lab technician. I'm sorry. So after done that, you can write it down your sleeve or your laboratory guy sleeve. You can write it down. Body, incision. That's it. That's the beginning step. All right, along with the picture. So I want good picture. I don't need the reflection. I don't need the fuzzy. I don't need the ugly. I want good, vivid. That'll be great. With hydration, right? With the hydration, it's very important.
What kind of camera do you recommend?
I'm using the pre-owned Canon 7D 2 double light, $3,500. You can use that one. So I set up body and macro camera, so I can take the picture. Same direction between I explained it before. So you guys need a custom shade chart. If you need it, feel free to download LSK 121. Ask Alicia or James. All right, this is free. This is a patient consent form, and I'm not going to share with the consent form, but I can share with the custom shade guide. All right. Why? Because I explained them more about doctor, patient name, age, and material selection. Material selection meaning, in order to match her natural teeth, I want to get the color close as possible. So I can use PFM or Emax or LISI, press from GC America or zirconia or porcelain feldspathic only. And then I put down the after prep colors. You can provide the laboratory guy what after prep color, what colors will be. And this side view, frontal view. So I segment to about 9 sections. You cannot write it, understood, but technician, you have to write it down just exactly what you can see. Otherwise, you cannot make it. Just tell them, dentist, I cannot make the crown. Why? You cannot see, you cannot draw, you cannot make it. Because this is a cook. Okay, so not only the checklist, like I said, value, high, low, hue, which color do I have to match it? And needle stain, patient desire. Comment, cosmetic design, we all the time did it, patient coming here, 6 anterior, 8, 10, 12 cases, so we can discuss together shape, midline, vocal corridor. So you need this. Feel free to download LSK 121. Okay?
Real quick question, Luke. How does that preparation affect your material selection? Can you go into that a little bit?
Effect for?
If you have a dark stump, would you want to use Emax?
So, Alicia, question is how effect from dark stump color affects really well. Meaning, first we have to see the facial room. How much room for facial? That's the key to success. So facial room, if you make the dark, you think it's black. You think dark brown. How much do I need? At least 1.5, 2 millimeters, that'd be great. The material selection is not much effect. The problem is you take the 7/10 millimeter, bingo. But so first thing you have to see the facial thickness. How much room I have compared to Jason T's. Then I can play with the game. But whenever I look at the lack of room, facial, but outside the black, Jason T's black, then no big deal. No big deal, right? The other Jason T is ugly. Not ugly, but it's dark. C4, C5, maybe C10. Or a black color. Do we need it? No, this is great. So matching to Jason T's. So Jason T's is very important. Not only Jason T's, the room that you can give me is very important. But problem is I have a lack of room. Jason T is just like Cold Bright. You have a problem. There's an effect quite a bit. How can I deal with it? That's why pulling my hair. Losing my hair, this is a problem. So I have to go by with the opacity and transparency. So compared to patient teeth and that much translucency, then I have to go back with the translucency. But when I have a lack of room with the dark color, then I have to call the doctor. I need more room for reduction. The better idea. But patient has high opacity, lack of room, so I can cover it but create the same value, not a problem. But all about the technician who has the knowledge, which is experience. As I'm selling my knowledge and experience. So we make same tooth, but it's not the same cheeseburger. It's completely different, right? It's McDonald's cheeseburger here, $6, compared to 55 Minnesota burger, it's different, right? So that is different. I don't want to explain them each cases. That's why people want to, they talk to other doctor today, they really want to talk to me. They want to send a case, but I don't have any case. I don't. But they talking about the dream. I have 8 implants, 6. Okay, but I need the case in front of me. With the picture, then I can explain better. So dark stump color, yes or no? Answer. Right? Yes or no? But all technician wants more reduction, that would be great. That would be awesome.
And you have custom stump colors available on the shade guide.
Yes, so they don't have any, so we can sell about this dark from light. And then we can sell. Or we do have a paper shade, which is we can call here. You see? This is the most beautiful. Eric did a great job. Man, this is a lot of work. $25. Is it okay? $25. Right? You can get it. Call here, $25. Not bad. So you just let me know, hey, here's a post and core. Great. I want to know post and core. But they don't tell me the post and core. They write it down, make beautiful translucency crown, bingo. You will get remade next day. Then patient is not going happy, there's a problem. So you need a guide tool from chair side, anterior shade guide, $25. I don't know how long. It won't last. I'm not going to selling because I'm losing money, right? Any question then? So whenever I look at it, I'm trying to write it down, Dr. Rick R1 cases, and I have to write it down today, 23 of 17, and porcelain build-up by technician I've dictated. Teeth number 8, right? Age, I don't have to ask, probably I would say 30, and a female, right? And PFM, no. EMAX, yes, LISI, press, or zirconia, either one. I have to see it after they took it out, and then I'll see the prep and the prep color. Then I decide this. If I go to LISI press, then I can follow the ingot selection from opacity, right? Light translucency, medium opacity, high translucency. Those kind of I can make that. And zirconia, if I go to zirconia, 1200, 900, either one. I'm not going to go to 700 because patient has already high value. Okay, and so I can write it down so we can decide it, tech decide it, and then now I'm going to document it with a photo. Right? Remember I talked to you, then I explained them. So our technician already trained by this shade tab. So good part is whenever I do, they do have already a recipe, which is I sold as well, whoever wanted. So they can make the simple recipe, and then we created other different characteristics and trying to match. Here's more difficult to do this, I notice it. This side compared to this side has a more large gap than the other side. This one is more large gap than the other side. So Kelly, you have to understand I have to make same direction, same tooth shape. Are you okay? That's the natural beauty. If I make simple like this, everybody can do it, man. You don't need me. So I can make same this, patient like this. So when she's smiling, that's why she born that way. You born that direction. Yeah? All right. And James just brought it, which is shade guide, which is I give them illustration about, I've been using GC porcelain. You can use Noritake, Vira, whatever, same thing. Body, enamel. So I put down the body and enamel. Either PFM or zirconia, I can write it down here, white calcification, those kind of things. Okay, any questions so far? So people ask, Canon 7D, I put the manual, you can setting the mode, and then I put the speed about 22 and 20, and here's a manual, here's autofocus. Right? So if we trying to do it, like I said, we're talking about B1, right? Members? I put this and take a shot with this area. Make sure I need your shade tab. If we don't take it, write it down. I often see your shade tab number cannot see. That's fine. Just write it down. Your shade tab will be B1. So I'm going to take this shot. All right, so for example, chin bend this way. Thank you. Like this. I'll show you later. One more time, and then I'll show you. Now inside, Shirley. Nope. Nope. I don't like the reflection better. So let me explain to you. Here, I like this incisor. You see the differentiation between there's a lot of mamelons, orange color, beige color between gray. I don't like this. Here's a reflection. I do not like the reflection, but you can still use it this dentin. That's it. You send it out to your lab, okay? So what I'm going to do,
Luke, do you prefer to have the dental light off or on?
you can use, good question, you can use light. This, my worry is sometimes too bright. This light, you can use it as long as good picture. I don't mind, right? But sometimes I see has a high reflection on the other side. My camera has already equipped it. So this one sometimes a little too much. But if you don't have any information, maybe you can use it as long as a good color. Okay. And like I said, I choose the between CS3 before CS4 is better because before I see this direction, now I see this frontal direction. Now CS5 is a little bit better on Y1. Yep. Same thing. I put this. That's the color you can get. Now second I see incisal translucency, the mamelon. You can go to this as mamelon is okay if we want to. Alright, so here's a picture. You see the mamelon? But my mamelon is dark. Her mamelon is light. So they can use light mamelon. And between the mamelon you see the translucency. So this is much better than the other side. And then my basic color. Alright? So what I'm going to do,
You don't seem to have the bounce back on those. Is that because they're ceramic? They don't reflect?
yes. So my shade tab is 2 millimeter compared to regular. You see? Right? Okay, because we never get 4 millimeter except patient endo teeth. The problem is if I get 4 millimeter, there's no retention. You're going to fail the crown. You'll get problem. Later I get problem. So here's the things, my chart. I say 110, Y10, but lighter. Right? So that's why I like this. Lately I don't use much. So I see our tooth here, like I said. Between teeth, you see translucency. Can you tell? So when you put the monitor, you can see better. So that area is a translucency, which is we call EOP4, which is our more detail about the ceramic, GC ceramic, which is my indication already here. So everybody can use it. So EOP4 and then lighter than Y10 incisor, right? And then here you can use Y1. However, I see her gray horizontal light line. That was the key. So between break it, which means if I see side view, you see side view, dentin suppose not there because here, like that. This is side view. When you segment the teeth. So whenever I put the here, TMO5. This is art. When you build the completely dentin, so you have to segment that area, cut it irregularly. Do not give me white, a gray straight line, that's dumb, right?
Right.
Awful technician, then you cannot go home.
Luke, how many teeth did you study before you came up with this shape?
5,000 teeth and 5,000 natural teeth. And Dr. David Schubert, he's great dentist, he retired. He went to Haiti. and he got a lot of missionary. He took a lot of bad teeth, right? A lot of bad teeth I collected. I cleaned it 5-10 times with alcohol. Then that's my teacher. And not only that, I saw so many patients almost vomited. I'm sorry, but so many patients, young. Think about it, young patients. Do you know why they need teeth? 17, 14, 15, 16. Do you know why they need teeth? They need the lateral missing. So they need a metal and bridge. Eventually, they need a bridge or implant. And the 19, 20, 21 years boy, knock it out their tooth, either fighting or beer or hockey. Bad for them, good for me. So I see the knockdown. One day I saw the 2 people a day. They knock it out half teeth. I asked them, hockey? Hockey. I love hockey sports. It's bad for them, but it's good for me. But my issue, I have to make the teeth. I have to make really well. How? From opacity, translucency. So whenever I see 19, 20, 21 years old young people, I see black teeth, they're all the time high value. They cannot get the low value, not like window. It's insane. So whenever I see the teeth, I can tell their age. Make sense? So my kid has a lot of white calcification, high value. God created that direction. Everybody's same. No matter what, black, yellow, white, doesn't matter. It's same. It's same. But the difference is that whenever they eat the food and drinking habit, that's why change the tooth color, or gene, or sickness, illness. That's why different. So, and then after that, 25, 26, they have little cavity inlay on lay. That's why they need a CERAM machine. They grinding, make the CERAM 1 crown, same day, great. All right? And then 30, I got stress, right? Luke gave them a lot of stress, and they need a crown, crunching, whatever. So they need a crown. Full zirconia, or okay, so is there break or not? It's no break, because people most care about the fracture. I most care about longevity. All right. And second, aesthetic. Right. Aesthetic is second. People say aesthetic is first. No, I don't want to see the patients in 1 year. I don't want to see them. But I have to give them remake, right? But I don't want to see them until 15 years. That's great. Awesome. They don't have to see me. We bye. All right. So 27. We talked about cosmetic. Cosmetic meaning patient want they want a beautiful. So they want a bright teeth, right? They have to be married. Maybe they need a good boyfriend, whatever. So the cosmetic here, right? That's teeth. Teeth is last. Maybe here, cosmetic. Cosmetic is the issue, meaning we have to preserve their teeth as much as possible. That one's you need a great technician, meaning we have to tell you which tooth prep minimally, which teeth maximally. And then we can choose the material selection. We can deliver it to you for same money. That's very important. Do not make the whole 6-8 unit with a dumb. You will get problem because you don't understand. If technicians don't understand occlusion wise, right, preparation wise, you will get screwed. So we better be right. And 35, 40 years goes by, stress, drinking the wine, cigarette, no brush teeth. Guess what? Next day, bad for them, good for me, right? So they ruin it. Unfortunately, they made crown, lost crown. That's life, right? So 50, midlife crisis, either divorce, right? Retire or fire, whatever. They got money, they need a crown, and the full mouth we have. That's the story to me. But regardless, patient is 60 years old, 20 years old. It's my job trying to prepare as best as possible. But I can go over with the real detail, with the porcelain layer, with the next video. I'm going to show them the before and after. Not Kelly case. Kelly case probably 3 to 4 months. I already have the lot of cases too. So I can write it down, give them more explanation. Okay? Back to here. Whenever I said Y1 is a little bit high opacity compared to this. So back to side view is very important. Meaning, I would say, before I say B1, right? No, but you say, maybe here is B1, here is a CO, here is A1, color variation. I see the color different. But the key is this. It's very important key. Is this. This is I call enamel. Enamel change everything. Enamel change everything. Why? Whenever you put dentin, less dentin, you have a high enamel, enamel is covered. But high dentin, enamel cannot cover it, high value. It's very easy to me, but a lot of people struggling. But enamel change the color and the variation. Enamel meaning people think there's only one. No. It's a 24 color. You understand? 24 color. 24 different color. So you have to be honest. If you're colorblind, don't do that. This is not your part. This is very sensitive to color. Like I said, patient has a viper, patient has water, patient has saliva inside. It's completely different. Right? I did not go over occlusion yet. I have to check the occlusion, bite. The movement, protrusion, lateral excursion, canine rise, move the canine rise all the way central, either tripod, cuspid rise. That one we have to learn from the dentist. Dentists all the time see, which is we do. Okay? So we can write it down about this, B1, CO, A1, here's the AO, here's the BO. But fortunately, patient don't have any. Patient has subtle, very subtle, light orange tint of orange. This is very critical. Some people put too much, then we screw. It's very little. Very little I can put. Sometimes I put the subtle stain and then maximize makeup effect. And then I can get better. So I have to see the all component between incisor 1/3 and the body and the gingiva. That's the key. And then you have to see the side. Like I said, here you have to put the GC initial has IN44, which is I already saw here sand color, sand. You know sand color? It's not orange brown color, it's sand. But in between the sand has the translucency. My technician couldn't figure it out. That's the piece of art. Like I said, better than patient diamond. If you don't want to pay, it's totally up to you, right? They want to go to insurance, fine. But I would say 25-30% patient, they all the time want this kind of service for them because we're selling about diamond. It's not like the cookie cutter, you give me A1, I make the A1, I send it out to A1, you put it in the A1, what look like? You send tons of lab, right? But what look like? A1. What is the difference between the A lab, B lab, C lab, D lab? What is the difference? Nothing. So which lab do you prefer? Nobody, right? That's why they're talking about the money. But this one, you have to look to the laboratory technician trying to figure it out to how can they work to them. The value, like I said, pretty high in between here. It's not high, but it's pretty high. The hue was like say yellow-orange. Which tooth match? Number 9. Need stain? Yes, like that. Patient desire? I already asked. Right? And then tooth is a little sticking out. The follow, I have to write it down. Follow. Number 9, shape and contour. Okay? Meaning, patient tooth is like that. Can you go back to here? This tooth is like this, not like this. This tooth is like this. So my single crown like that. My temporary, no, I have to make like this. This is God created her teeth. So if I make like this, then I have a room for lingual side. But whenever you see this, that's the symmetry. Some people don't understand. Because tooth is like this, so I have to make like this. Mm-hmm. Some people like this, I have to make like this.
To make her look natural. To make it look like her natural, God-given teeth.
Right. So that's why I have to make here sticking out, convex. Right? Here's flat. No, I have to make different direction. Can you check the bite? Touching the temporary, you think?
No.
Can you move the facially slightly? You see? You see grind it. Open up. You see grind it lower. This is great envelope function. This is lower and higher. So remember I made the wax up, 28 wax up. Whenever I lower teeth, exactly that follow the concept, I build that direction, which is incisal table lower is down and compared to a lingual incisal shade tab. That is why, because they move to facially. Most of the patients try pot, they're just grinding, or just like that. But she grind cow type just like me, right? Some people just rabbit. Then meaning she's not grinded. Then I change my plan. Depends patient grindness. Then I can check my tooth getting centric, stop, but movement is gradually touching. That's the best. It doesn't matter light open, 2 millimeter open, have 10 millimeters, doesn't matter. There's no such thing. In contact, but not heavy, but it's contact compared to 8 and 9 lingual side. You check and then move it, movement to the same direction. That's the best. That's the best option. Any question? So like I said, this is only one we single talking about. The next times we can talking about 6-unit anterior design is completely different than this. But this is custom for one tooth. It's more worse, more tough, more difficult case to our industry. And they think this is cookie cutter. It's not. It's very tough. But I can try to, I will give you the more motivation as much as possible. And then hopefully this video we're going to get more benefit to you. Okay, thanks for watching.